All right. So I'm going to touch on a couple things, and then if you guys have anything that you want to ask, please definitely do. The first thing that Crystal and I discussed is really hitting on the end of the month. Today's the 26th. We still have 5 more days. I wanted to make sure we really had 5 more days. We have until almost 1 o'clock next Monday night, okay, to finish out this month. We've got Emerald bonuses. We've got Get Your Bonus Back. We've got good bonuses. Some of you guys are still going for Ruby bonuses. So the month is not over. I will tell you right now, in March, Kelly and I went Emerald and Diamond. I'm pretty sure it was around the 28th, maybe the 25th, maybe the 28th, but somewhere right around this time of the month. And then 5 to 3 days later, we promoted again to Diamond and Double. So a lot can happen in a short amount of time. The only thing that decides that, however, is what you're willing to do to get there, okay? I messaged anybody and everybody. I talked to anybody and everybody. I posted, stuff that we should be doing all the time. So don't give up, like seriously. A bunch of you are boxed in for promotions, and those are definitely possible by the end of the month. Those bonuses, guys, they're huge. I personally don't know that they're going to extend them. You never know with the company right now. They're really pushing stuff at us to keep us going and push through this season. But I will tell you, last year this time was really what we called our planting season. And I know for a fact that January, February, March, April, and into May was the way it was for me personally and our team because of what we did in September, October, November, and December. Okay? So there's no slow season unless you slow down. All right? For the winter, when you're thinking about products to really showcase, us in Florida, we don't really think about this, but the facial line is really big during the winter. Your face dries out when it gets cooler and all of the changes happen. So our facial line is something that we can really focus on. Fat fighters, obviously, with the holidays coming up. Not many people are thinking about tightening and toning. They might be. They want to get into that New Year's dress or that Christmas dress or that kind of stuff. Or don't wait till New Year's to start getting your act together kind of thing. So those are some things that you can kind of focus on. Another thing that I have been really talking to people about is potential DTs, which I really have tried to get out of the mindset of, oh, they're a potential LC or they're a potential DT. They're just a potential. I don't know if they want product. I don't know if they're going to want the opportunity. I think everybody should want the opportunity, but they're going to end up deciding that after I make a connection with them and after we talk about things. So one thing that I have really been touching on is the fact of Christmas. It's 2 months away. And by that time, they could very well take November and go Ruby and get a $500 bonus December 15th and pay for their Christmas. It is very possible. Anything is possible. We've had people go diamond in 9 days. Okay? So really, really talking about that. Starting their business now so that they're up and running and understanding everything smoothly for that busy season. Not busy season, but I mean, essentially people get into the health and wellness kick in January, February, and they'll be ready and going, not like catching the tail end of it and wasting 30 to 60 days that they could have been running their business. And I've just been messaging people like, hey, I messaged some people that part of me was like, I never really even thought about this, but she would do really great. And I messaged her and she's busy, you think, oh no, they won't even think twice. She works at a law firm, this and that. And her and I are supposed to talk again tomorrow and really, get into the details of everything. So don't ever, ever, ever judge anybody with this, okay? It's not your place to decide whether this opportunity is for them or whether this product is for them. That's their decision to make. Another thing is our events. Last night, I had messaged Crystal and I was kind of like, wow, like I felt bad. Partly because I pretty much spaced this one. I'm the one that suggested that we do 2 this month with everything that was being offered. And I had it on my calendar and I didn't even think about it with everything going on. So I know I didn't really push it with you guys as much, but we've had some really awesome online parties before, like very engaging, very interactive, like a ton of people. Like it was a little overwhelming posting with all the notifications coming. And they were very successful for us in growing our teams, whether it be customers or distributors. And last night it was kind of like I was looking at them and I was like, wow, is my phone just not updating? Because I was posting from my phone, which I'm usually on the computer. But no, it wasn't really. So I know I went live last week in our team page and I kind of put it out there, like these things, and I realized it more, and that's why I said something, because the live party that Alicia did a couple weeks ago with the double diamonds and up, I will tell you personally, it was until an hour or two before that party that I thought I was getting scot-free with having to go on and go live in that party. I was definitely afraid. I didn't invite anybody to it because it was just different to me. I didn't know how that was all going to play out. I didn't know if I liked it. And that party was very successful for the distributors that did get people on there. And I didn't die. Like, it wasn't bad at all. It took a couple minutes and I did what I did. And I think that party was very successful. But I also know all the work that went into it for everybody, and for Alicia especially, getting it coordinated with who was doing what. And I know our parties aren't anywhere near, to that level. But if you guys take these things that you have, like all you've got to do is press the invite button and send some messages and reach out to people to try to get them on there. And even if they can't get on there at 9 o'clock on Tuesday night, they can go back and look at it. And the biggest thing is following up afterwards, okay? Like touching base with them. Even if they didn't tag you in that first post or they didn't comment on certain things, but you know that you've talked to them about other things before, go back and talk to them again. Hey, did you get a chance to check out the post the other night on our online event? Sometimes they'll be like, no, I was so busy, blah, blah, blah. Well, they can still go back and look at it because we go on and post like specials to those events too. Like when those packs just came out, we jumped on our last event and pushed those on there. So people that were getting notifications for it got notifications that we posted that. They can go back and look at that stuff. You can go back and tag them in certain posts too. Like, just because it's done and it's 10 o'clock Tuesday night doesn't mean that you still can't use that as a tool to help you. All right, you can share those posts. I've noticed a couple of people sharing some of those posts on their wall. You can share posts in messages to them. All of them are public because it's a public event, so they should be able to see them when you share them. Like, just because it's over doesn't mean you still can't use it. All right, and it's something that it does it for you. It's putting it out there for you. It doesn't really get any easier than that, guys. I remember when I first started, Casey and Nina did one, and I remember talking to Stephanie, and we were like, wow, that was really good. That was really informational. I could never give my customers that information when we had first started. And then, we were looking for them because we hadn't had one in a while. And then we started thinking about doing it. It was like, that's a lot to take on. But especially your new distributors, most of us have been on all of us have been on for a while. Your new distributors, getting them on there and getting them to get their potentials on there, It's getting that information out the way we know that it's received well. Another thing now that I've noticed that all of us are seasoned, when you have new DTs, like try your best to really push with them when they do that first post, like, hey, do you have these goals? Tell them that you'll group message with them, okay? Guys, I remember when I first started, my biggest thing was I didn't know anything about the products and I wouldn't be able to sell them or talk about them. If you put them in a message with you, okay, or if you don't feel comfortable asking Kelly or me or Crystal or any of us, Heather's very good with product knowledge, like any of us that obviously, if you just don't feel comfortable, we have no problem with that. Just ask us for help. Having them watch that conversation and how it's carried out is a big tool too, okay? Because I still catch myself now. Sometimes I get so excited that I still, I'll just let it all out and then I'm like, crap. They're not going to message me back because I just threw everything at them. She didn't even ask me that. Why? You know what I mean? Sometimes you just get caught up in the moment and really less is better, okay? So if you need anything, messaging, posting, I know this algorithm kind of threw us off for a little bit, getting things out there with that. I know Crystal had brought up the compliance situation again, and I think it's just, we have a lot of new DTs. I know a lot of us are kind of like, what can I post? What can I post? A lot of us are busy right now with everything, so we're kind of grabbing and trying to just get something out there. But we do need to be careful because obviously, these people, I don't know where they find it, but they've messaged people from our very team and said things about compliance. So I don't want any of us to get in trouble. And the accountability post, when we first started it, I remember we had crazy comments on there. I think there was a good 30, 40 people participating on it, and it was close to 80 comments a day because we would check in throughout the day. I can't force you guys to do it. I know this week when I was sick and on my antibiotics, I wasn't posting, but I've been noticing you can see on there that 80-something people have seen this post. Being a product of the product is so huge, I can't stress it enough, okay? Because I've been on both sides of the spectrum. When I first started and I couldn't do anything because I was pregnant, when I first started taking them, when I fell off, because I'll be honest, I'm not consistent. That's a big part of my problem. And when I start up again, guess what my business does? It goes exactly like Bree's taking her products, okay? So even if it's the simplest thing, guys, the wraps. I didn't want to put my belly out there on Facebook, but guess what? I'm not the only mom in the world that has baby belly and has weight to lose. I signed a system girl that messaged me because of my wrap post and wanted wraps and then wanted greens and then asked me, could she order the system? I was going to tell her no. Yes, you can. We had the conversation of the ThermaFit and that kind of thing. So I want to make sure you guys understand that too. Be very real with your customers because that's what keeps your customers. But being a product of the product is huge. So that post is there for you to check in, for us to cheer each other on. I'm going to make it a point to be very supportive on there again, like I was at the beginning. And if you want to be called out, message me on the side and be like, hey, can you make sure if I don't post on there to let me know? Crystal was very worried about me staying consistent with that, but it's been almost 2 months. And I know Tasha has her HSN results now that she's turning into corporate because of it. And she's said it numerous times, thank you for this because it reminds me. That's the reason that I finally did a full treatment of racks, guys. I've been in a year and a half, and I could never keep up with staying on track for doing my wraps. So I now have my own corporate approved results that I can share finally after a while. All right. So just keep going. I know Kelly has her WOW results. She has her wrap results that she got from when we were first starting to do that post too. So just use it to your advantage. It comes down to we're doing this together, but it's your business and it's what you're going to put into it that's going to start to make it work. Like we can do all the parties and the meetings and the posts and the, I don't even know what else. Like there's so much, but until you take it and use it for your business, that's when it's going to start to really be successful. And then another thing I just want to touch on, I don't want to talk about it a lot because personally, it doesn't affect me. Actually, I kind of see it as an opportunity more than a question. But I know that it's been talked about in the double group, and Kelly mentioned it to me too. And I just want to touch base with you guys about it. The people leaving the company right now. Cindy made it very clear in July that she was praying over the company for people to leave. Okay. Cindy also made it very clear that she prayed over every single seat at conference last year for our businesses to take off. And I wholeheartedly believe that had a huge impact on people that were there. It definitely had an impact on my business. So I definitely believe that her praying over the certain people that needed to leave to go ahead and leave. We're having a pruning season. We had it on our team. I noticed it before this big thing blew up. And the company-wide. Company's not in trouble if they're giving away $1 million in cash, guys, and they're paying for a gigantic boat for people to go on a trip for free and still paying bonuses and still paying commissions and putting products on sale. Like, the company isn't going anywhere. They're just making room for all of us that are sticking around and pushing through to get even higher. That's where I'm coming from with that, okay? It's not a secret that I've done a couple other businesses. It's been nothing like this. Those businesses that I see now, the people that were in it with me then aren't in it anymore. So it's when you believe in this company and you believe in these products, it's a totally different story. So I just wanted to touch on it. That's their decision. It's also coming to light that a few of them that have lost, a few of them that have left, they are publicly saying like, you know what, it wasn't what I thought it was going to be, and they're really struggling. So again, it's your business, it's your decision. I don't really think that needs to be a long discussion for the ones that are sitting on this call right now. But I just wanted to touch on it just in case anybody had any what's really going on kind of thing. I'm not going anywhere at all, ever. So, and I can say that, again, wholeheartedly. I guess that's my favorite word tonight. But yeah, and I'll tell you, okay, I'm going to be very real with you. I was paid as an emerald last month. So from double to emerald is a huge jump. I have lost my double diamond bonus and my diamond bonus. They're not going to be gone fully, okay? That rank will come back. And like I came to realize today, that little bit of time right now for us to kind of resettle and get our feet back on the ground, that $8,000 to $10,000 a month check as a triple or above from February and March, this is not even going to be a phase. Like, it's, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, that money could be amazing and right now would be awesome, but it's not going to make me quit because there's so much more waiting for me to just keep holding on to. So, other than that, I still have 5 days to get those bonuses back, technically. And I'm closer now than I was in March when Kelly and I busted butt and made the impossible possible. So if you want, I'll hustle with you guys if you want to go for 5 days and run it again. Kelly looks like she's gonna fall asleep. Kelly's like, please don't. But seriously, guys, I'm being real with you. It's possible. It happens. Business happens like that. Just like when people try to say, oh, this is a pyramid scheme. What is Walmart? There's a guy at the top, and then there's people under him, and then there's people under them. And guess what? Those people don't get up there like we have the opportunity to do. So, does anybody have any questions? As I choke on my breath.
I don't have a question, but from conference, they told us to be looking out for our heifers. Well, I think my next heifer just might be my husband's ex-wife. Like out of the blue today, out of the blue.
Wow. Maybe we should find a different name just for that.
No, not that one. I'm good.
Heather's referring, there is a girl in that conference, guys, the people that get up on that stage, I don't think Kelly and I stopped crying. But there was one girl up there that said, like, she remembered, I think this is how it went, like, she remembered from her childhood, her dad, like, they had a heifer in the field, a cow, and something happened, and I think her dad shot it, something was wrong with it, and she was really upset, and her dad was like, we're just gonna go get another heifer. It's not that big of a deal. And to her at first it was, but now like in our business, like we just gotta go find more heifers. We just gotta go find more people. Like the people that decide to go. See you later. Like there's a reason that you're going. There's a reason that you come. And like Cindy said in July, like there's a reason that they need to go. Sometimes they need to go, okay? Sometimes it is like a breath of fresh air for those people to move out of the way and move on. Obviously, you weren't happy here. Go do what you do, There's no shame in that. That's why people leave jobs and, change jobs, change careers. Like, that's just what happens. But we just got to find more heifers. Heather, that's great. I love that.
Oh, yeah, I have one. My ex-boyfriend from 10 years ago is going to be signing up as a distributor.
With you?
Through Jesse.
Okay, well, that's still you. That's your team.
I know. But crazy, right? I'm not even friends with him on Facebook. Nothing. Haven't spoke to him. And look.
That's awesome. And you know what? On that topic, guys, 2 people that I know that I clicked on their name back in March and April and February to message them, and I was like, no. Like people that I grew up with, like was very close with growing up when I used to stay with my dad on the weekends. We were best friends. And I was like, no, I'm not going to bother them with this. Guess who's DTs now and started like a month ago and about to go Ruby and get her bonus? Yep, that girl. So go ahead and tell yourself, no, I'm not going to bother her. And then a couple months later, find out that you've got a diamond sitting on someone else's team and kick yourself in the butt like this one's going to do right now. Just message them. All they can say is no. But then your name is in their head for when they're ready to go. Kelly, are you like looking off at like your face screen froze with you looking off to the side? I think you like clicked off Zoom for a minute and just started listening to it, but it looks super crazy. Anybody else? Yay, Michael, that's exciting. Nope.
Hold on. Let me say something. I don't know if anybody knows, but I just recently went to Tennessee, so it's like 700 miles away from where I lived, and I was in a thrift store, and there's like racks upon racks of clothes, of men's clothes, and all of a sudden an It Works shirt pops out, and I was to a point I was ready to quit. I was tired of you know, doing all of this and I wasn't getting nowhere. And then I seen the shirt and I was like, hello, you need this. You got to do it. So I don't know, maybe that will help somebody else. You know, it's crazy that you're 700 miles away and then out of nowhere this shirt pops up. Like God telling me you need to do this.
Exactly. It's not crazy. That's what he was telling you. You ain't going nowhere. I will hunt you down. I'll find you. Tasha, did you send in your stuff, your pictures for your HSN?
Yes, I did, and they said no because of the lighting. So I dyed my hair last night, and now I'm going to restart a whole nother set, and I'll just use them for, you know, personal usage.
Yeah, and messages. Hi, Sean.
He keeps telling me he wants to see. I don't think when he realizes he wants to see, you see him.
I know.
We've been boxed up in the house for like 4 days now, so he wants to see people.
Did his fever break?
Yeah, last night, finally. So he'll go to school tomorrow.
Good. Anybody else?
Hi, Bree. It's Irene.
Hi.
Great. I just wanted to tell you, I'm having a little more success. I keep that idea of, you know, you talk to somebody, they have to hear it 7 to 21 times before they really hear it.
Yeah.
And I'm really, really kind of reminding myself that. I went to brunch with a good friend of mine yesterday, and her mom used to do It Works, and she, but she didn't know anything about like Confianza or the greens, and she didn't know about hair, skin, and nails. So I started telling her about those things, and I said, I'm gonna get you some of these things to try. And she didn't know about being a loyal customer and getting it at 40%. She didn't know any of that. And so she was really like, her interest is piqued, I can tell. But I just keep talking to people, and I'm trying. I think, I'm working on using more products, being a product of the product. I know today was a wild, crazy, insane day, so I haven't posted in the accountability group yet, but I will. But so I'm just trying to do that, be a product of the product. And when people see a difference and ask me, I give them my card. I'm going to start giving them my card. And so.
Perfect.
Because I'm definitely getting better. I have more energy. I don't want to sleep all the time.
Good.
Stuff at work that used to really tick me off doesn't bother me anymore. So.
Awesome.
It's getting better.
And we're going to conference.
And I'm going to conference. And I can't wait to go to conference.
All right, guys. Well, I don't want to keep you super long. I just wanted to touch on some of those things. If you guys need anything, let me know. This weekend, if you're even if you're not local, I can get on Zoom with you and we can work together. I don't know which. I'm gonna try to go see my mom. Trying to talk myself into it. And then maybe the other day we can do stuff. So if anybody wants a working buddy or needs any help with messaging or anything, let me know. Work's been kind of crazy lately, so during the day it's been rough getting on and doing things. This weekend should be a little bit better. So if you guys don't have anything else, I'll go ahead and I'm gonna stop the recording anyway.